This story was sent in by Korayui345, so if you hate it, come to the Confession podcast tonight and tell them yourself. It's entitled, It's Not True Japanese, or a story about how Japan failed to meet up to a weeaboo's expectations. Hi all, long-time lurker, first-time poster, etc, etc, etc. Cast of characters. Ugh. This one is pretty simple. Jaina, me, 15 years old, just starting what would become a lifelong study of Japanese language based off of a whim of my 12-year-old self. Kelly, name changed to protect the innocent, also 15 years old, introduced me to weeaboo culture the way a brick introduces a window to the floor. Even at 15 years old, a self-proclaimed expert on Japan based entirely on a lifetime of anime viewership. It's summer 2006, just after my freshman year of high school. I had just finished up my first full year of Japanese language classes. Unlike nearly everyone else in the 20-something group of students in first-year Japanese, I wasn't there for the anime or manga or the typical weeaboo garbage. When given a choice of languages to take in high school, I picked Japanese entirely based on two facts: samurai are cool, and Japanese writing is cool. The class is where I met Kelly, who sat next to me by a twist of fate. I saw in her book bag a set of pins for Final Fantasy, a game I liked quite a lot when I was a kid. I keep as a guilty pleasure today. Do people throw away their games? Jesus. So I struck up a conversation. She was a little quirky, but I felt like I wasn't one to judge, so we became pretty decent friends. Time skip to the summer after our freshman year. A touring company partnered with my high school to give language classes massive discounts on summer tours of the country whose languages the students were learning. I found myself landing in Japan in the middle of the rainy season with Kelly in tow. I'm not ashamed to say that I took the Japanese like a duck to water and was one of the more fluent speakers who took the trip. More fluent in the case meaning equivalent to a Japanese 6-year-old, but what can you do? So a couple less apt classmates banded together with me so we could work together on communicating and navigating the strange new country. As the days went by, every tour event was more fun than the last. Osaka Castle, Kinkakuji, side note, still the most beautiful place I've ever been. A ride on the bullet train to the Tokyo metro area, a day trip spent in Akihabara. The trip was amazing, but Kelly seemed to get more and more morose and sullen as the days ticked by. This finally came to a head while we were buying lunch in a small convenience store in a Tokyo suburb.
I am so fucking tired of this,
she shouts, apropos of nothing, startling several small children. Given that we were ourselves very small children in a strange country, the adult tour guides are concerned about this outbreak. We ask her what's wrong.
It's the fucking music,
she screams, tears now flowing over her cheeks, clouding her glasses. I tune into the super safe pop music I had, to this point being ignored, playing over the shop speakers. It was one of those young American starlets, the fake blonde, releasing 2 albums then that fade into obscurity types. I don't even remember exactly who it was, probably Keisha or something like that, or was it Kesha? I don't know. None of us can imagine what would have made her so upset. Like I said, this is super safe and vanilla music. Not even a sheltered little pastor's daughter would find it questionable. That's when she dropped the bomb.
It's not truly Japanese.
Kelly, I said, I don't understand.
I came to Japan to get true Japanese culture, not fake American.
I don't think you get more authentic Japanese than standing in a convenience store in Tokyo.
You don't understand. You don't have the same dedication to this country. You don't even care.
For the rest of the trip and the rest of my high school life, Kelly never forgave me for my slight against her glorious Nippon. Well, there you go. Top comment reads, ah yes, the weeaboos know Japan better than the Japanese. For any people who are reading this and don't know what a weeaboo is, let's go ahead and Google it together so that we can all be on the same page. Weeaboo is typically a person that's kind of like obsessed with Japanese culture and just considers themselves Japanese to the point where like it almost makes them an authority. Weeaboo, someone who is obsessed with Japanese culture and attempts to act as if they were Japanese, even though they're far from it. Yeah. I'll see you guys tonight. I'm gonna be trying to read other things that people send in. Let's hope it goes well. Jesus.